up, gang? It's your girl Miranda here. Yes, the real Miranda, aka Rainy Panty, aka the baddest, and I'm back with another video. So today, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be doing a story time about my ex-best friend. She was fake and weird. So I'm gonna start this story by telling you a little backstory about how I met her. So I believe I met her in the 9th grade. We shared a theater class. And I believe she was in chorus at that time. So I think I met her in theater and we bonded in theater, and then we found out we were in each other's chorus class or whatever. So we got really super duper close. I can't even tell you why, but I think my energy was just attracted to her energy. Like, it was good, it was fun, like we bounced right off of each other. It was great. We made a music video together. We were always at each other's houses. Like, our sisters knew each other, so it was like we was like locked in, you know what I mean? I'm gonna give her a name. I'm gonna call her, she was my last story time and I named her Billy Goat, so I think I'm just gonna name her Billy Goat in this. Okay, Billy Goat's fine. We're gonna keep Billy Goat. So like I said, I met Billy Goat in 9th grade. In 10th grade, we obviously were still close. Let's go back. 9th grade, she was she had put me on with her best friend at the time, and if you haven't watched that story time, you should go watch that. It was my the last story time I posted. So we are going to fast forward to 10th grade. We're just gonna get right into it, okay? So me and her were in the same chorus class in 10th grade and the same academy class in 10th grade. We also had the same lunch. So since our chorus class since our, I believe it was third, fourth period class determined our lunch, we were at the same lunch because we were in the same period class at that time. So I saw her every single day because we had chorus on, I think, A days, and then B days we had academy together. So we saw each other every single day. So at this time, I was dating this boy named, I'm gonna call him Sack, okay? I was dating this boy named Sack at the time, and I can't even lie, I did not like Sack that much. I cannot lie. Like, I only started dating him because I had just got broken up with by my first boyfriend, and I thought he looked like him. I thought Sack looked like my first boyfriend, so I started talking to him, and I'm like, all right, like, I got my man's, not really, but I got my man's back, you know what I mean? So I started dating him just because I just started dating him. Don't ask me why. I wasn't really attracted to him that much. I thought he was a little strange, like a little weird, but he was showing interest in me, so I said, you know what, that's fine. And I mentioned him in my last story time. He very much is a story time in himself. Like, he's weird, so I might do a story time about that, but that's like a long one. He was a pathological liar. So obviously me and her are best friends at this. Me and Billy Goat were best friends at the time. So I'm confiding in her and I'm telling her, like, hey girl, I don't really like this boy that much because he's a little weird. Like, I'm just not liking him for real. Like, you know what I mean? I told her this in our chorus class. So we was in chorus, and we were sitting on, like, the little pedestals and stuff they got in the class. And I was telling her, I'm like, girl, I don't like Sack. Like, I don't really want to be with him that much. I don't know why I even started dating him in the first place. Just confiding in her, you know what I mean? Because that's my best friend. I want to tell somebody. I didn't mention, but Sack was also at our lunch. Okay. So fast forward. Course is over and we head to lunch. So it's lunchtime, right? We're all at lunch. It's me, Sack, Billy Goat, and then a bunch of my other friends. I put my stuff down in a chair because at lunch, in high school, there's not assigned seats. So you just sit wherever, but you gotta claim that. You gotta claim it. And we used to sit at the same place all the time, but we would just drop our stuff and then go. Billy Goat did not eat lunch. I don't know why, but the girl didn't eat lunch. She refused to eat that school lunch. More power to her. She was not eating, but I was eating. I was eating me some lunch. Okay. So I dropped my stuff down. She sits down at the table, and at this point, me and him are dating, right? So he sits at the table with me as well. So I think he brought his own lunch. Not sure, but so I drop my stuff down. I go get in line to go get my lunch, and them lines is long as freak, y'all. Like, them lines is out the booty. But I went to go stand in line and got my lunch. I grab my lunch. I go back and I sit down, right? And mind you, Billy Goat, Sack, and then a bunch of my other, and then like my friend Jordan was sitting at a table. I believe my cousin was sitting at a table as well. And then I believe my other friend Gypsy, I'm not entirely sure who was at that lunch. Yeah, Gypsy was at the lunch too, I think, because she was in course as well. So they was all sitting at the table. I was like one of the last people to get to the table. I'm not sure why. I think just because, like, oh my gosh, what the freak? I'm not sure why I was last to sit down, but I just was. So I sit down at my lunch. I'm like, ooh, about to eat. As soon as I sit down, Sack gets up. Mind you, Sack is the boy. Sack gets up, takes his bag, takes his lunch, and walks away. Now, mind ya, remember, I told her in chorus the class period right before lunch that I was not feeling this way anymore. I did not want to talk to him. I didn't want no dealings, but I didn't want to tell him, y'all, okay, at the time, I still kind of am, but I don't like confrontation. I'm not a confrontational person. I can't do it. Like, even if I didn't like him for real, I didn't want to be like, I don't like you. I was really just going to stick it out, to be honest, because I was just too nice. Like, I didn't want to be like, I don't like you. I don't like you. Like, I didn't want to say that yet because I was trying to give it some time. I'm like, maybe I like him. Maybe it'll, I don't know. I was just really trying to confide in her because she was my friend. So I give myself, I sit down, he gets up, he walks away. I'm looking around like, what's going on? Why did he just get up and leave? What's tea? I just got out the lunch line. I'm freaking confused. So of course I'm looking at people who was already sitting at the table. I'm like, what is going on? So my friend, I can say her name because we're like cool. Like, I know her, so she's fine. So my friend Jordan at the time, she was like, Billy Goat told him that you said you like didn't like him or something, or you're gonna break. No, she said. So my friend Jordan at the time, she was like, Billy Goat told him that you're gonna break up with him. OMG. G. Why would you say that? Okay. And let me tell ya, I didn't believe her at first. I wasn't thinking like, oh, she's right. So I asked Billy Goat. I said, what did you say to him? Did you say something to him? What did you say to him? She was like stuttering, slurring her words. She was like, no, I was saying, basically she was trying to tell me that she was saying that he needs to like watch out because it could end bad for him, basically. And I don't know if I told you this, but I was telling her in course that I was not going, I didn't want to tell him any of my feelings. I was just going to do it on my own time. I was going to figure it out. I was just confiding in her. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want him to know any of the feelings that I was expressing to her. Not yet. Obviously, if I wanted to, I would have told him myself. So then, after Jordan said, I said, So I look at Billy Goat. I was like, girl, what'd you say? You said that? Why would you say that? And even the way she said it, I'm like, still, why did you feel the need to tell him that? You know what I mean? Like, I don't see, like, okay, I can see from her point of view, like, as a friend, she wants to, but then I also see that from my point of view, like, I didn't ask you to, do that for me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can speak for myself. I was really just trying to tell you. You know what I mean? So then I asked, I believe my cousin, I'm not entirely sure, but I asked someone else at the table, and they was saying what my friend Jordan was saying. So I was like, so Billy Goat's lying. Like, I'm like, girl, you're lying. You just say that, that you said that. I was annoyed because it's like, me and him were still dating, and he was my second boyfriend. First boyfriend didn't work out very well, and it didn't last very long. So I wasn't really with the whole, first fight. I never did none of that. So I'm like, I didn't want him to be mad at me because I'm nice. Like, I don't want you to be upset with me. Like, what the freak? So Billy Goat gets mad because I was like, so why would you say that? Like, I literally was just asking her, I was like, why would you say that? Like, what was the point of you saying that? She got so mad. She got angry. She got up, grabbed her things, left. I said, okay, that's fine. Goodbye. You know what I mean? She went, I believe she went to go sit in the library or something. So days go by. Like I said, we're in course class together and we are in academy together. So time goes by. I believe that was during the end of the week. I think. So that was nearing the end of the week. And I don't remember the exact timeline, but so that happened. And then we had something coming up for a concert. Of course, there's always a concert. There's always a concert some freaking way. I believe it was our fall concert. Like, you know, the one like in November. Like the first concert. Not the winter, but the first concert, okay? We was getting ready for that. So we had rehearsals. And we had, yeah, just dress rehearsals and obviously practicing chorus class. I believe our rehearsal was on the Monday the following week. So she hadn't been coming to school after that incident. So that incident happened. She didn't come to school the next day. She didn't come to school the next day. She didn't come to school the next day. Now it's the weekend. Monday rolls around. Okay? I believe that happened on the Wednesday. We're just going to say it happened on Wednesday. Monday comes, and it's her dress rehearsal. I hadn't seen her in class. She wasn't in chorus. She wasn't in academy. She wasn't coming to school. So I, as a concerned friend, because I wasn't mad at her. I was just asking her, like, why did you say that to him? Like, I didn't ask you to say that to him. Like, I could have did that myself. She didn't come to school, so I'm texting her. I was like, hey, girl, like, are you, like, good? Like, what's going on? Are you okay? She didn't answer me. I'm like, okay, like, shoot. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna overstep my boundaries. I'm not thinking she's mad at me, like, too much, because it's like, I don't recall doing much of anything to you. I was just asking you a simple question. I wasn't rude about it. I literally just simply said, why did you say that? Like, why would you say that? Oh, I think I texted her and I was like, so are you okay? Where are you coming to school? Like, what's going on? She was like, I don't feel well, or something like that. She just said something like real quick and then just like stopped texting me. I'm like, okay, fine. So I'm anticipating to see her on our dress rehearsal day. So dress rehearsal comes, she doesn't show up. Hey y'all, it's Editing Miranda here, and so I have to clear this up. I got that section wrong. And don't mind my grown out nails, they ugly. But she did go to rehearsal, but she didn't speak to me. And I didn't tell y'all this, but we were both sopranos in chorus. And so our teacher knew that we were best friends. We were like really, really close. So they allowed us to sit next to each other in our section. So our assigned seating, where you sat in like class, was where you had to stand for the concerts and all that. So me and her were assigned to stand next to each other. So at rehearsal, obviously, I'm like, oh, like, I was hoping to see her at rehearsal so I can talk to her, because I haven't talked to her in a long time, like in a few days. And I'm like, where are you? What, girl? What? What were you doing? Where was you at? So she came, didn't say a word, did not say a peep to me. And I was like, And so we had to stand next to each other. And so when I tell you, it was so awkward. It was so awkward. Like, we had to stand next to each other in class, in rehearsal, and we had to stand next to each other for the concert. And the concert was in like a few weeks, so we still had to stand next to each other like that whole time. She didn't say a word to me. She ignored me. She sure did. I'm like, are you good? Like, what's going on? Are you okay? You know, like, are you okay? Like, are you good? I was like, I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. I'm very confused. Time goes by and she stops responding to my messages and she's not contacting me. She eventually came back to school, but she was ignoring me. Wasn't talking to me in academy. She was starting to ignore me. She didn't say anything to me when she came back. She befriended another girl in our class. And I'm just like, I'm so confused. So you remember the boy that she put me on with, my first boyfriend. Me and him became close at this time. So he was telling me that she basically told him that she was upset that I believed everyone else over her. Like, I gave you space and time. I gave you opportunity to tell me what was said. And she wasn't sounding convincing. I'm telling you, she wasn't sounding convincing. And I wasn't even upset. I just wanted to know, like, why did you feel the need to tell him that? You know what I mean? So time goes by, we stopped being friends. At this point, I mean, at first I was upset about it. I'm like crying. I'm like, I don't understand what I did wrong. Like, I'm over here trying to text her, like, are you good? Like, what's going on? Like, I don't see an issue. And like, you think me extending my hand, you're like, obviously I'm not upset at you. So what? So time goes by, we just stopped talking. Like, I can't even lie. That was like literally it. That was the end of it. We stopped talking. I don't think she stayed in chorus class. I think she stopped going to chorus. and I think she dropped out of school. I think. I don't remember. I really don't recall seeing her ever after that. No, yeah, I think she definitely dropped out. Yeah, I didn't see her in school ever. So after that, I think the next time I saw her was at my friend's memorial. Like, that was, I hadn't seen her for so long. Like, also, a few years passed, and me and my bestie at the time, you know, my first boyfriend, he posted a pic, because he was still friends with her, and he posted a picture of me and him hanging out, and she swiped up and was like, ew, you still mess with that dog emoji. Like, girl, what? I didn't do anything to you. I asked you a simple question, you got offended, and you left, and you just stopped, and you stopped coming to school. Like, I didn't know I had that freaking big of an impact on you for you to not want to, like, girl, I was just the freaking key in the ignition. I was the fire igniter. You just didn't want to be at school. That's what it was. Girl, you're not, I don't know, maybe something I don't know, but she really stopped coming. I'm like, okay, what the freak. Also, after that happened, after she stopped coming, like, we stopped talking, whatever, she was still friends with him too, as you, like, he was just in the middle, and, you know, we weren't talking, and he was talking about, oh, you should just apologize to her. I should do what? Apologize to who? I'm not apologizing to her. What do I have to apologize for? I didn't do anything wrong. If anything, she needs to apologize to me. But anyway, we're not gonna even talk about it. That happened in 10th grade. That's over. I haven't seen her, like, ever. I haven't seen her, for real. So I hope she's doing well. I don't know. I heard she's, you know, fell off the wagon. I heard she's doing terrible. No, I'm playing. I don't know what she's doing right now. Don't really care. But she's weird. I don't know. Like, she literally just stopped responding to me and stopped coming to school. Like, that's really the end of the story. Like, that's literally it. Like, that's it. I was a very good friend, though. I just simply wanted to know. Apparently, I don't know the ins and outs of, I don't know exactly what happened at that lunch table because I was not there. I only got what everybody else was telling me, and that's what you can go off of. You have to make me believe what you're saying. You know what I mean? And I wasn't even going to be upset at her. I just wanted to know, like, why'd you feel the need to tell him that? Like, even if she did, I don't even care if she did. I feel like she thought, like, I was going to be, like, so mad. No, even if she did tell him that, I don't care. Just be honest. You know what I mean? Like, be honest. Be honest. I probably would have been like, why'd you, like, what's, you know? But I'm not gonna be like, girl, you're dumb. Like, you're, no, I wasn't doing that. I still wanted to be besties with her. My first boyfriend, he would always be like, oh, I think she just didn't like you, period, because y'all fell out for something so stupid and so small. And I think so too. I think maybe she was just envious, very jealous. Maybe she just didn't like me, period, from the jump, and she just wanted a reason to stop talking to me for real. And that was her opportunity. So, yeah. That's the story of my fake ex-best friend. She's pretty fake. Don't know what she's doing right now. I'm not even upset anymore. I don't even really care about her. This is just a grand story time that I wanted to tell y'all because she's weird. So there's that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs the freak up. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I will talk to y'all in the next one. Peace.